now that we've looked at the perimeter of composite shapes, we might as well look at the area of composite shapes today. These are often very similar in that we can make up ways to chop up these shapes or recombine these shapes and to figure things out. So in this case here, what we're doing is we're going to be breaking up shapes. And do note that I might break up a shape one way and you might break it up another way. As long as we get the same areas, we're fine. But you can break up shapes into multiple ways. So here's a crazy long question that's going to have to do the same thing 3 times. We should get 3 of the same answers. We're going to find the area of this figure in 3 different ways. What I mean by that is we're going to break this shape up multiple ways. So if I look at this and thinking back, this is similar to a shape we had with our perimeter. We could extend this out to here and make a big giant square. We'll find the area of our big giant square and take away this little piece in here. Now, we got a couple missing sides. They got a single tick on them. And we're going to assume that this is square. Okay, I didn't put that in. I probably should have put those square corners in. So let's put them in now. So assuming this is all nice and squared, and that's what I meant. If this whole side is 4, then this side and this side are the same. So each of these tickies is worth 2 meters. So, find the area of the square. Well, we got the big square, which is 7 by 4. Or rectangle, I should say, not square. The big rectangle, 7 times 4. And then we're going to take away this little portion here, which is 4 times 2 minus 4 times 2. So 7 times 4 minus 4 times 2. Figure that out. 7 times 4 is going to give me 28. 4 times 2 is going to give me 20. 28. Sorry, 4 times 2 is going to give me 8. My answer is going to be 20. So I'm going to have 20 meters squared. So that's one way. We can fill in the gaps and take them away. Another way. Well, I could break this up right here. Now I have a square up here, or a rectangle here, and a rectangle down here. Again, I missed putting that 4 meters down, but that should be 4 meters there, just like the previous one. So we have a rectangle here. We figured out these were 2. So we got a 2 by 4 rectangle right here. We got a 3 by 4 rectangle right here. We'll add them up. 2 times 4 plus 3 times 4. And 2 times 4 is going to give us 8. Plus 3 times 4, which is 12. Add those up, we get 20 meters squared. We either screwed up twice, or we're getting the same answer here twice in a row, which is good. I'm thinking it's good. Let's try it one more time. Third way. I'm going to break it up this way. So now I have a tall rectangle and a squat rectangle here. Again, this was 2 meters we figured out earlier. This was 2 meters figured out earlier. So we just add the 2 areas up. We got a 7 by 2 rectangle, 7 times 2 here, and then a 2 times 3 over here. Could be 3 times 2. The order you multiply doesn't matter. 7 times 2 is 14. 2 times 3 is 6. We add those up. We get 20 meters squared. Regardless of the way you break these up, you'll get the same answer. So you may break something up a different way than your neighbor, than your friend, than me. As long as you're getting the same answer, that means you probably broke it up the right way, because there's more than one way. One more crazy rectangle here. So I didn't shade this because I forgot to. So let's shade it now. So there's my shaded part, all in here. This is a crazy looking shape. I got like a quarter of a circle here. I'm actually going to make this into a big rectangle. Just so you can see it a little better. So we got a quarter of a circle there. We got a triangle cut out of the middle. This is crazy. Well, because there's so many different shapes going on, I'm going to break this up into a few parts. I'm going to find the area of the square. I'm going to use this little subscript a square, which happens to be the name of a book character. But anyways, we're going to find the area of the square. Well, the big square or rectangle, I keep using square and I shouldn't. Habit. The area of the rectangle. I'm just going to use area rec. Nice and short. There we go. Area rectangle. Well, that is going to be a 14 times 15. Length times width. 14 times 15. It's going to get us 215 or something. 14. 210. 210 inches. It's square inches, sorry. Can't write it that way. Inches squared. 210 inches squared. And we got to get this triangle here. Triangle's fairly easy. Area of the triangle. Area tri. Well, that's 1/2. The base times the height, length times the width. 8 times 6. And so what are we going to get there? 8 times 6 is going to give me, well, 4 times 6. Let's just do 4 times 6 and get 24. 24 inches squared. And then we get the area of the circle bit. So the circle bit here. Now, we don't have any measurements on that, but if you take a look here, this length here is 8. So this total length would be 14. 14 minus 8 should be this length right here. 14 minus 8 is going to give me 6. So I should have 6 inches. So the circumference of this circle, if I was to complete that circle, the radius of that circle is going to be 6. So pi r squared, again, is our formula. We're going to divide that by 4, though, because it's only a quarter of a circle. So we're going to have 3.14 times 6 squared divided by 4. 3.14 times 6 squared divided by 4 is going to give me 28.26 inches square. All that work, and we're not done. We got one more step to go. The area of the shade is 210 minus 24 minus 28.26. Do all that. 210 minus 24 minus 28.26. And my handy dandy calculator says that it is 157.74 inches squared. So it's just a matter of taking a look at these, breaking them up different ways. You can break up the steps if that makes sense. In this case, it made a lot of sense to break up those steps. There was just so many different things going on. I wanted to make sure we got them all right. So we did the area of the rectangle, triangle, and circle. Using little notations like that also helps keep those things broken up and understandable when you're doing these types of questions.